Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 9 of Europa Universalis IV as England. We're actually currently now in the war with Burgundy. We finally got it started, and I've just found out where all of those Burgundian troops were heading from the last video. They were all going down here to fight the Austrians in the mountains. Although the Austrians stupidly are the attackers in their own territory in the mountains, they should know better. So that's not really helping things out. I think what we're going to do here as well is I'm just going to select and split this army, just so that I can move half of them down here, wipe this cheeky Nevers one stack that's standing there all on his own, minding his own business. We're going to kill him, and then we're going to move back and go hurdy-her, how do you like that? Austria are probably going to lose that fight, but, yeah, because the Papal States are going to throw down there as well. That's a big stack. That is a huge consolidated force. We really, really need to win this siege as quick as possible. We have actually breached the walls. So, why can't I, siege? Right, we've breached the walls, haven't we? Have we? Have we? Yes. I'm going to assault. Assaulting is going to be bad for us, because we're going to lose a lot of troops. However, we will control the province. And if we can control the province, we should be able to declare peace. We've taken a loan. At least I think we're going to win the assault. Not by much. We've won the assault. Fantastic. So let's just move over here, because we should be able to siege out Hainaut quite fast. And then we'll have all of this sieged out, and we'll have a fort in the area. And then we should be able to peace out and take Picardy. Finally. We've got 30% war score, so we should be good. And it is a core that we're going to take back. Now, if it looks like they're about to jump on me, which I think they probably are, because it does take a little while for this to... Right, they're trying. Right, you're coming in. Okay, so we're not going to take that engagement if we can help it. We want to sue for peace. Will you accept Picardy? Yes, you will. We've got 30 war score. Do we want to take anything else from you? We can't humiliate you. We don't have enough war score. But we can... No war reps, really. Well, I'm not waiting because I'm about to get my army crushed. So I'm just going to take as much money as you'll give me. Send my demands. There we go. So, let's get our guys back to Picardy. We can go ahead and mothball all of our forts. So, let's go ahead and do that. That'll save us a little bit of money. We can go and mothball the heavies in London. I think I will keep the transports around because we might need them. We have enough money to grab our admin tech and our diplo tech, so let's go ahead and do both of those. So now we get the 20% production efficiency and the 20% trade efficiency bonuses. We have a national decision. We can get increased missionary strength, but Catholicism gets reform desire. Yes, please. So that should speed that up a little bit. So we can... What do we get up to? 39.8. We might still have a chance to get a centre of reformation. Lost our CB against Burgundy, but that is fine enough. Got these extra guys over here. Do we have any extra ships around? No, we don't. They didn't give us any extra ships. We can't march through Scotland. I might move these guys over, or I might just leave them there. They're not really hurting. Probably want to suck up to these guys. We may be able to annex them at some point. They would accept vassalization, so let's go ahead and start improving relations with them where we can. We do have enough to invest in our next military idea. What would it be, just out of interest? Manpower recovery speed. That would actually be really useful, but I think we'll save up for the next tech, really, because we don't want to be behind in tech. Now, obviously, we're going to have quite a few mercenaries in here as well. In fact, there's a lot of mercenaries. I am going to go and... do I really want to detach those mercenaries? I probably really do. Gives us a very, very small army, though, and it could mean that France jumps on us, so we do have to really think carefully about that. Yep, we can get our military tech now, so let's go ahead and do it. Fantastic. So it's going to take a little while to recover these casualties. I forgot to mothball the... They're in the wrong port, actually. They're supposed to be in London. And we'll go ahead and mothball the heavies. So that will save us a few pennies. And I really would like to get rid of some of these mercenaries, actually. Especially some of the ones that are heavily damaged. Because they are going to take a fair bit of money to recover. So what are we down? Minus 7.46 ducats. Why is that so low? Are we over our force limit, or... That's a lot of expenses. Yeah, it's mainly the reinforcements that are costing us the money. But there's not an awful lot we can do about that. We've got a little bit of inflation. That's fine. We'll burn that off in time as it comes. How's the old debate doing? Can we not even see that debate anymore? Or did it pass? Oh, obviously the debate passed and I hadn't even noticed. I can't even remember what it was for now. Looks like Galra are being attacked by East Frisia and Munster. That's fine. We need to get out of this economic slum. I mean, obviously we do have a lot of reinforcement money to pay, and we also have some loans that we need to pay back as well. We need to try and sort that out. What's our relationship with Austria? Austria still really, really like me. That is good. So now we've took Picardy back and we've weakened Burgundy a little bit. I guess France is going to be our next target. France are allied with Savoy and Venice, who aren't that big a threat, to be honest. If we were to declare war on France, Castile would come in on our side, which would be really, really nice. Why won't Brittany come in? Brittany... don't hate them. And Austria are defensive towards England. They've got some war exhaustion, our Diplo rep, and they're in debt. Yeah, not great. Maybe that'll change. I'm going to go up to speed 3. We're certainly not in a position to declare war on Austria right now. On France. So we need to wait until we've got a little bit more manpower. Lose 100 admin power, and Northumberland will be the seat of a new cardinal, or we can gain admin power. Well, we're always going to take free admin power. We're not bothered about cardinals, because we're actually going to get... we're going to switch over to Protestantism. Now, the question is, do I want to spend any of my papal influence? Wow, Hungary's actually the Curia controller. Was not expecting that. So do I want to spend any of my papal influence on anything, or do I actually just want to save it and see if we can gain a free mercantilism? I think as England, especially playing the trade game, we want to see if we can get up to 100 and grab some mercantilism. How much are we gaining? 3.58 per year. It's not terrible. We might make it. What's our reform desire currently? 40%. So it's going to take a little while for that to get there. So we're not too worried about that. We are regaining manpower. We're still reinforcing. We only need 50 more men to reinforce, so very, very soon we'll have finished reinforcing completely. So, do we want to get rid of any more mercenaries? Yes, we do. But at the same time, we also want to keep our armies together. We've lost an advisor, which is our admin advisor. Level 1 production efficiency seems absolutely fine to me. We're up to 7.27 ducats per month now, so at least we're not making a loss, which is a very, very good start there. Let's go ahead and... What is our unit composition, actually? Let's go ahead and look at that. France declared war on Aragon. Interesting. Shame I don't have an army. That'd be a really good time to attack France. What do we have? We have 25 men-at-arms. We only have 3 cavalry. Yeah, we're definitely a little bit light on cavalry. And cavalry's expensive. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get a few cavalry. Then we can start disbanding some of the mercenaries. We'll keep our eye on what's going on with France. Who's actually in the war? Let's go ahead and have a look at that ledger. Current relations, not relations. Yeah, relations. Current wars. So it is... Right, so Castile, Aragon and Portugal. Again, that's not even the right war, is it? Herpy derp. It's this one here. France and Savoy versus Aragon, Portugal, Mantua and Tuscany. Do you know, if France actually takes some decent losses here, we might well have a chance of taking something from them. But I think it's a little bit of a risk, and I'd personally prefer it if they took some heavier losses before we attempted to do that. How are things in Picardy? Picardy actually have no unrest at the moment, so things aren't too bad there. Do we want to build anything? Any buildings in Picardy? What would be good for a building in Picardy? What could we put there? 3.4 trade power, not bad. tax, not bad. We've got workshops now, of course. We could build them, or we could build barracks and get more manpower, which could be useful. Definitely get one down here, which would give us 500 manpower. Fortunately, we can't afford another one right now, because we could get one in London, no, in Essex, which would give us another 500. So maybe we'll do that next time. Burgundy's fabricating a claim on Calais. Well, that's fine. Let them do it. You know, they've got we've got a truce with them, so they can't do anything for a little while. So we're still a little bit short on money. I really would like to get that barracks built, though. And we definitely need to keep trimming down these mercenaries where we can. Although I might just keep them around at the moment. We're not losing money. And having an opportunity to go ahead and take a huge bite out of France while they're busy with Aragon and Portugal would be fantastic. Although France have a lot of troops. They've also got Savoy with them as well. We could go ahead and we could potentially grab Paris from them. Which would be pretty cool because we are stood here right next to it. But we'll see how that goes. Definitely wait. We're only another month away from being able to afford that other barracks. Will take a little while to build, but it'll be good. So if we were to declare this war now, Savoy and Venice would come in on their side. Castile would come in against France as well. Because Castile aren't currently fighting France. Austria wouldn't come in still. Mainly because they are quite partial to France, which is a little bit weird. Because normally they don't like each other. But fine. You know, fine. We'll go for that. Do the French actually have any ships around? I can't see any. Let's go ahead and build that barracks over here for another 500 manpower. Because every little bit of manpower helps. Of course, we have still got that loan coming due. 181 ducats. If we didn't spend any money at all between now and when that loan is due, we'd probably have enough to pay it back. However, we'd then instantly end up taking out loans to cover us for things such as reinforcements. So it's probably not worth worrying about paying the loan back. Not yet, anyway. Haven't checked my naval force limit for a while. We're quite under that. We could get some more light ships and do a bit more trade. I think we will we'll get around to that once this initial sort of wave of wars is finished. What's the war score for Paris? 32%. That's not terrible, actually. How are France doing militaristically? Armies. France have still got 29,000 men and 35,000 manpower. So, at the moment, France could still be very, very dangerous. Of course, getting Castile to join in as well would be really, really good. But Castile isn't all that strong right now. It'd certainly be a risk, put it that way. Jumping in on France, even when they're busy in a war with somebody else. Particularly when it's a war that they're already winning. Because they've already got the advantage. The Aragonese have basically got no troops left. Portugal are just hiding over here in their own lands. Getting Castile involved could help. But it probably won't help all that much. Vassalize Connaught. We're actually working towards that. And it gives us more diplomatic reputation. I think I'm actually going to take that as a mission. And work on that. How are you guys towards me? So you don't have a lot of negatives. I mean, you've got a claim, you've got a CB, you've got some border fiction and wants a couple of provinces. But if we were to do things, if we were to do crazy things like ally you, because we could do that. We could offer you an alliance. And I know this is using Diplo points, but we could offer you an alliance. We could go ahead and offer you a royal marriage. And that would basically put you within vassalization range. Okay, so France are engaging Portugal in the mountains. Portugal are well, they're hills actually. Portugal are the defenders. It still looks like Portugal are going to lose. It's because of France with their absolutely disgusting army tradition. And their super amazing, like, 3,000 army tradition generals. Which just make France win far too many battles. But grabbing Paris could be fairly easy. I mean, Paris does have a fort. So if we went straight for Paris and grabbed control of it, and then we could easily grab Vermandois, Champagne, Nemours, Alicon, Maine and Orleans would be a little bit difficult because there is a port in there is a fort in Anjou, so we'd need to grab that first. Now Anjou wouldn't flip back over because of the port in Poitou, at least it shouldn't do. Normally Maine and Anjou, of course, belong to Provence, but Provence is now completely gone, which is a bit of a pain. France is still raising troops, so they are still they are taking losses, it would appear. Not too sure what I should do with my money. Should I spend it on bolstering my army up? Probably should carry on doing that. Let's go ahead and get another couple of cavalry, and then after that we'll work a little bit more on infantry. Try and get back up to our force limit. Get rid of some of the mercenaries when we get there. How are you doing, France? Have you lost all your troops yet? Still got 34,000 men. That's about 33,000 men more than I'd like them to have. And yeah, Aragon are actually getting... yeah, they just don't have an awful lot to help them. Right, okay, so we're at 100% here on improving relations. That puts us up to 149. We should be able to go ahead and get a royal marriage. So let's go ahead and do that. That puts us up to 174. It's still not enough for vassalization. But we could go ahead and give them a little bit of money, maybe. Because we only need, like, 15. So if we were to send them a gift, then we could complete our mission. 5th of April we've got to wait until. So there we go. Send them a gift. How much money would we need to give them? 25 for 25. Sorted. So now they're up to 199. So we could offer them vassalization on the 6th of May. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then that will be a mission completed. All of our diplomats are free right now as well, actually. I should go and check my relations with my allies and just make sure that we keep them all nice and buttery. So, offer vassalization. That's that done. And now we get +1 diplomatic relations, which is cool. You're at 154, 146. Let's go ahead and improve relations with you. New missions. What do we have? Force a union on France. Ah! So, speaking of going to war with France... we actually have the CB to do that. Our manpower needs to recover. We're not going to wait. Look at this. Mission succeeds when the following criteria are met. England governed by the ruler of France. Now, does this put us straight in a war? I wonder. No, but it gives us the CB. Restoration of the Union Cassis Belli against France. They broke from our personal union. Take the capital. Take the capital. Take the capital war goal is to take the capital. That doesn't make a lot of sense grammatically, but fine. So we're in a little bit of a better state. I'd still like to be closer to my force limit. We've got a lot of mercenaries. We are making some money. We're still well below our force limit. Let's get some more man-at-arms. Let's get as close to that fort limit as we can. I don't want to be stupid about this. I don't know how many opportunities we'll get to actually make this work. So I want to make sure that we go in with every chance of winning this war. Still have a free diplomat. Again, if I was to declare this war now, Castile would come in, but not Austria. Not Portugal. Portugal's already at war with them. Brittany like them, or at least they don't dislike them. It says attitude towards enemies -40, so they must like them a little bit. Austria actually quite like them as well, and they're defensive towards me, which is a little bit of a shame because I thought me and Austria were tight. I thought we were best buds. I mean, they're defensive towards me, but they don't love me. Love me, Austria. I just want you to love me. So we'll keep that going. What's the weight limit in this province, by the way? 36, so we're nearly there. Nearly got our entire army all stuck in one province. And we're going to suffer massive attrition marching through France, but, you know, we'll give it the old college try. We'll definitely do the best we can. But, I mean, we can literally just sort of march right into Paris while they are busy. And that should potentially help matters out. What do we like in terms of techs, military and stuff? Well, we're well ahead of time. We can't actually get any artillery yet. It's going to be a long way off. What do we need to get our next idea? Need 400, 272. So we could potentially get a new idea soon as well. Again, the AI seems to be struggling with this whole fort thing. I see that France keeps sieging out provinces in Aragon and then keeps losing the sieges because they either break sieges to fight little stacks of Portuguese troops, or they just leave a province and it flips back because it's controlled by a fort. So yeah, Portugal are going to take another heavy loss there, which is really, really unfortunate. We're going to have to be really, really careful about dealing with France here because their armies are just so good that it's very, very difficult to win a fight against them. I think what we need to do is just ninja as much of their land from them as quickly as possible and don't really give them any breathing space. Gain 10 navy tradition. Fantastic. I'd have much preferred if it was army tradition. Why are you over the weight limit? Ah, okay. Fine, we'll split you into two then, so we're not actually taking losses there and spending money pointlessly on attrition. So let's move you to there. Well, I'm getting very excited about this. We could enforce a personal union on France. That would be awesome. Let's go ahead and unmothball all of these forts that we have up here. Because I don't think actually that will need... Well, yeah, because they could actually attack Picardy, and at least that would give it a little bit of defence there. We'll still be making a little bit of money from that. Of course, I very much expect once we go to war that the French are either going to try and siege out Le Bourg, or they're actually going to come up here and start trying to stop whatever I've got going on. But I think this is probably a good point to end the video because we are over the 20-minute mark. When we come back next time, we are going to be declaring war from France and see if we can put this personal union in place. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying this series, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.